What's going on, guys? How we doing today? It's a beautiful Friday. 40 degrees here in Michigan. Can't complain. Who's got it better than us? Absolutely nobody. Today, I just want to talk about the time period in your 20s, postgraduate. If you decide to go to college after, post 22, 23, around that time frame. It can be very difficult to maintain those relationships that you had in college, as well as maybe even some high school friends, just because when you're in college, you're naturally around the same people just without even trying to be. So, you go to football games, there's basketball games, there's athletic activities throughout the semester that, most people just, go to. And along with that, you also have your roommates. If you live off campus, you live in an apartment building, you're naturally just running into these same people over and over again without even trying. Now, after postgraduate, after you graduate, people move on and they move all over the country. Some people even move out of the country. So it's not like it's just easy for you to just wake up and just walk across the street and you see your friend John or Ben or Don. Now, like John, Ben, and Don are in Iowa, you're in Michigan, and one's in California, one's in New York, one's in Chicago. All of these relationships are dispersed now. They're not in this one vicinity. So it can be very hard to just maintain those relationships. And it's a adjusting period. It's a growing period because in order for those relationships to last, there has to be effort on both parts and both sides to actually make time to see each other. Maybe when the holidays come around, Thanksgiving or Christmas, since you guys are all, you guys could be all from the same area, you actually have to text and put things in your calendar, make time to, go get coffee or go get dinner or breakfast or whatever, go to a game, do some sort of activity together. But that's something that you actually have to plan and put effort and time into. So that transition period of just, not really having to put it on your calendar when you're in college, just because okay, there's a football game on Friday. I know we usually always go to the game. I don't have to think and say, oh, okay, what am I doing Friday? It's just already in you. Versus like after you graduate, now you're working a full-time job. You're working 40 hours, or you could be even working more hours than that. And it's harder to hang out during the week. So now you only have the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to figure out time to make plans. And it gives you just less flexibility in your schedule to incorporate friends in your life. So this time period could be a lot more alone, and you could feel alone and not necessarily feel like you have as much community in your life. And that's a part of growing up. That's a part of maturing. As you're younger, you're naturally around groups of people, from your adolescence to like your early teens. So as you get older and you become an adult, you're starting to become a little bit amongst yourself, by yourself. Figure out things that you enjoy to do. Figure out things that you like. Figure out the people that you want to surround yourself, because sometimes some of those relationships that you had in college were not really all that great of a relationship. It was just more so acquaintances more than an actual real friendship. Friendship goes both ways. Both parties have to put in an effort to try to make it last, to check in, to see how things are going, try to see each other. You guys, it takes, effort and communication in order for friendships to last. So I just want to say that, this period is going to be, it can be tough. It can be tough, especially if you're somebody that maybe likes to be around people more so than by yourself. Maybe you're somebody that, really builds off of being in a group where, after you graduate, you could find yourself a little bit by yourself, and you are the group. It's you, yourself. They say me, myself, and I. It's you, yourself, and, you. So that's just something to think about, and it's not the end of the world. Like, you can still find other friendships outside of like maybe those college friends that you had, but you just have to put in more effort to create those relationships. Maybe you want to start going to yoga or boxing class, or you want to start joining what do you call it? like a flag football league. You just join a random local league or whatever just to kind of meet people and create new relationships in that new chapter of your life. You can still keep the, old people that you had because those are still your friends, but now you're transitioning into like finding other communities in your everyday life that can ultimately maybe become your friend. Things take time. It's not going to happen overnight, but just something to think about in this time period. It's completely normal to feel like, dang, like I miss so-and-so. Like it is tough. It can be tough, but everything will be okay as long as both sides and both parties are making effort to try to keep those friendships that, you have in your life. I appreciate you guys taking some time listening to me chat about friendships in your 20s. This is Jamal. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. And as always, peace.